Hi there, Chris Fifo, your Darwin Perennials and Keef Seed product representative here at home in Carpentersville, Illinois, to talk to you about my favorite perennial, this year at least, Echinacea. Now there's exciting innovations in the world of Echinacea, and I got to give a quick shout out to Ping Ren, who's been in charge of our breeding program for both Darwin Perennials and Keef Seed, for the amazing contributions that she has had. To start off, I'm going to start off with the excitement in the world of seed. This has been a long-awaited series here, and so I'm anxious to introduce to you the first two introductions of the Artisan series of Echinacea from Keef Seed. Now this has long been rumored to be straight colors from Cheyenne Spirit, but in fact it is straight colors, but it is actually revolutionary new breeding in the fact that this is an F1 hybrid. Now what's that mean for you? That means improved vigor, greater branching, stronger and more uniform colors, and habit as well. And so as far as the seed world goes, I've struggled myself for many years with germinating Echinacea and had lots of troubles, especially when the powwows first came out. I was not getting the germination that it said on the package that I should be getting. And so the thing about Echinacea, it's covered at sowing. It's large seed, it needs covering. And so I wanted to see what was going on with the germination. So I sowed some and I left them uncovered. And then went into my germination chamber, and after about 8 days, I had just fantastic germination. I was seeing roots coming out of 90% plus of the seeds. And this was greater than the package was telling me I was going to receive. And so I took them out of the chamber about day 8, but I couldn't bring them right out to the greenhouse as it was because the sun was just going to fry those roots. And so I gave those seeds a covering after germination. What it is, I took a coffee can, I drilled a bunch of holes in the lid, and I just shook the covering on top of the seeds, brought them out to the greenhouse. Lo and behold, I had fantastic germination. And so that became standard operating procedure for Echinacea. Germinate them uncovered, give them a covering afterwards, and boom. What it came down to is I was keeping them too wet. They're very moisture sensitive in germination. If it's too wet, you will lose germination. Another issue I've seen with Echinacea also is what we call traveling roots. And this is when you're gonna see the root popping up out of the media, maybe oftentimes in an arc. Sometimes it'll actually take the seed out of the media with it as well. This is caused by not enough covering. And so with this, we want to increase the covering on the seed. And then if you're using vermiculite for covering, another option might be to switch to media. I always use the plug media itself for covering. It's heavier. It can hold those roots down a little bit better. But another bonus is if you use vermiculite, you'll notice it dries out very quickly. And so sitting on the bench in the greenhouse, it turns a very light color. You can't tell if the soil is wet or not. And so it makes it very challenging for moisture management. If we use media, it bonds with the plug media below, of course. The whole thing dries out as one. And so it makes it very easy to determine the moisture in your germination and in your plug trays. Now, as far as culture for these goes, on the Artisan Collection, it's going to be pretty much the same as powwows, as Cheyenne Spirits. Plug tray, liner, and finishing. All scheduling, all the culture is going to be very similar. If you ever see purpling on the leaves, which many people have in any stage, we don't have it in these. Why? These are on my patio. I've been feeding these very heavily. And so if you see purpling, it's a phosphorus deficiency, it's a hunger. Switch your fertilizers. I recommend 20-10-20 if you start seeing that purpling, but feed them heavy. It's going to keep the leaves nice and deep green like these are.